Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories, part 179. The time I glitched 2 times in a row. Hi, Auntie Matrix. Hi! I have a story that I still can't explain and still freaks me out every time I think about it. I live in a rural area, so getting— whoa! I did it! I said rural! So getting anywhere takes me about 20 to 30 minutes. My son's school is the town over, about 25 minutes away. I had my dog with me like usual since it was a very boring drive with nothing to see but corn on either side. His school is a straight shot down that one long country road. I picked up my son and texted my husband that I was on my way home at 2:35. Right after I started my drive, my son knocked out in the back seat, which was weird because he's usually super hyped and talks my ear off. About halfway, my dog starts barking out the window and I couldn't see anything but corn, but then he lay down and fell asleep. Why is everybody falling asleep? I don't know why that's freaking me out a little bit. My drive feels unusually long. I started to not recognize where I was. This freaked me out because it's literally one straight road down and I don't ever turn. I tried calling my husband hoping he would calm my anxiety, but my phone would not work. None of my calls would go through and my GPS would not work. Finally, for what felt like hours, I saw my home, but I couldn't shake this weird feeling. I looked at the clock and it said 4:45 p.m. My drive takes 25 minutes and that day it took me 2 hours. There's no way it took me that long. I called my friend and she told me to look at my Life 360 because it will tell me how fast or slow and how long I was driving. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know what that is, but that's— She said I was probably spaced out and I drove slow. I was horrified when I looked and it said I didn't go in a straight line home. I went in the shape of a triangle. What? I've never seen this happen before. The lines weren't even going through roads, but through the cornfields. Oh my, I have like literal goosebumps. I told my husband about it, but he thinks it was a glitch and a coincidence that happened and calmed me down, but I can't forget the feeling, the fear of being stuck in a loop. Well, it doesn't end there. That following weekend, me, my husband, and our friend take a road trip to Iowa from Illinois to visit some friends for the weekend. We left Friday and started heading home Sunday afternoon around 12:30 p.m. and planned to be back home around 5:30. We stopped at a gas station and bought snacks and gas since we didn't plan on stopping. The ramp to get on the highway was right next to the gas station. Now keep in mind, once we got on the highway, we don't turn or merge anywhere. We literally take it one straight road until we get off on the exit that goes straight into the town that we live on. I'm driving, my husband passenger, and our friend is in the back. Right when we start our drive, we start talking basic conspiracy theories and all that fun stuff. But we started really debating on what we thought our purpose was here on Earth and the universe and whatnot, and we all got really into it. This went on for a while, and randomly we would see signs for exits to towns that let us know that we were getting close to home. It was a long, boring drive, and we were so done with being in the car since our radio went out and needed to get replaced. As I was watching my GPS, seeing our exit was coming up, clearly saying our town name on the exit. This is where it gets weird. This is a 2-lane highway and no one around but a semi-truck next to us. The semi starts laying on his horn and hitting it frantically, almost as if he was going to crash or hit someone. He did this as I was just about to get on the exit. We all looked over and stared because it was super weird, like what could he possibly be honking at? We got on the exit and it looked normal until it didn't. Then I saw the sign that said Iowa. I felt this deep feeling of fear in my chest and I asked everyone in the car, does that say we are in Iowa? We look at the GPS and watched it go from 15 minutes to 4 hours and 35 minutes. What is happening? I exited the app and punched my address in and yup, 4 hours and 35 minutes. Then I saw the same gas station we left from almost 5 hours ago. We're all freaking out at this point. We never turned one time and there is no possible way for this to happen. My heart racing and anxiety at 100% now. I hop on the ramp back to head home again, not knowing what to do, and my radio turns on and we all hear static and a woman's voice saying, please come back. Oh my God, I'm so scared. My eyes are tearing a little. I shut it off and yell at my husband to not turn it on again as I was too freaked out, and he told me he never touched the radio and that it wasn't even plugged in. Our gas tank was back to almost empty and the clock said 5:30 p.m. Wait, how is the radio not plugged in? Isn't it in a car? Isn't the car just like, I don't get that part, but let's keep going. I get goosebumps every time I think about it. All three of us sat in silence for about 40 minutes. We finally spoke after I stopped to get gas again, and we were all shaking from what happened. All of us had the maps to home all going on our cell phones for the rest of the way home, making sure we didn't lose time again. We can't explain what happened. We all remember crossing the state border over the river and pointing out each of the signs that said that we were almost home. Once we got home, we realized other people tried contacting all of us and couldn't go through for hours. And I checked my Life 360 yet again. We're freaked out yet again to see that it showed we did make it to Illinois at the time we were supposed to, but on the ramp it cuts off and another line starts back up in Iowa where we got off the exit. I don't know what happened to us or how it is possible, and all the weird stuff happening getting on and off the exit, but I know I can't forget the feeling of fear I felt deep in my chest. My husband and friend both get freaked out just thinking about it. I've had people suggest that maybe we died and started over or that we were abducted, but whatever that was, we know for sure we blooped from one state to another in a matter of seconds, and we will never know why. Nothing like this has ever happened since. Even typing this out still sends shivers down my spine. I have shivers too. Oh my God. I was going to say the same thing. I don't know exactly what it was, but either like A, you got abducted and like dropped off somewhere else. But I feel like normally with an abduction, you don't get dropped off somewhere else, right? If you get dropped off somewhere else, it's normally like at home in your bed. This is from the stories that I'm hearing. I don't have firsthand experience. But in this story, you didn't just lose time. So I don't think it was an abduction. In this story, you were like literally like put in a different place. So I think either, yes, quantum immortality, that you guys died and came back, but that's normally also in the same spot. Like normally quantum immortality is like you saw it happen and then like it kind of reversed and it didn't happen or something like that. This is different. I mean, it sounds like there's just like a fucking portal there or something, but I need opinions. We need opinions, people.